Good morning! Kailan sobra ang pagkain ng itlog? Today, kakain ako ng 6 na itlog. It's in scrambled at sasabihin ko sa inyo mamaya kung ano yung laman ng itlog na ito. But first, bakit sinasabing nakakatakot kumain ng itlog, ng maraming itlog? Bakit maraming mga tao na kahit pa alam natin na ito ay pagkaing nakasanayan natin and it's natural, bakit marami pa rin takot kumain ng itlog? Usually, isa yan sa mga pinaka-common questions. Ano ang limit natin sa itlog in a day? And of course, in low carb and fasting, kahit pa alam natin that we are not afraid to eat fats and proteins, marami pa rin natatakot. Binibilang nila yung itlog na kinakain nila. So, in order for us to understand or make sure na nasa tamang mindset tayo, we have to scrutinize first. Ano nga ba ang nasa loob ng isang itlog? So, each egg, meron itong mostly made up of fats and proteins. Per medium egg, meron siyang mga around 6 grams of proteins. Kung sa fats naman o cholesterol or taba, it is about 5 grams of fats. So, kahit gawin na natin average para sa mas madaling computation, per egg, merong 5 na fats and gawin na lang natin 5 din yung proteins or you want exact na lang? Sige. 6 grams of proteins and 5 grams of fats per egg. At yung carbs naman ito, less than 1. It's almost negligible na kinoconsider itong zero carbs. So, if naglo-low carb ka, ano yung limit mo sa iyong fat and protein intake? So, iba-iba yan. Kada tao, iba-iba yan. And also, iba-iba din based on your health goals. So, generally, like for example, for carbohydrates, we don't go over 10% of our total calorie intake in a day when it comes to carbohydrates. Sa lalaki, na 70 kilograms yung kaniyang weight, generally yung kailangan niya is 2,000 kilocalories when it comes to energy. So yung 10% na carbs dyan ay manggagaling about for your vegetables, for example, beans, kung nag-accommodate ka ng beans, but generally those are starchy. So the carbohydrates, we limit it to non-starchy vegetables or di kaya, huwag nyo na lang bilangin, basta avoid the big carbs as much as you can. Like ang tinapay, ang kanin, ang mga noodles, and all the other starch like fruits. Most fruits are mataas sa glucose and fructose. And so, you will be left with 1,800 kasi 10% ng 2,000 is 1,008 is 200, di ba? So, deduct that from 2,000, so 1,800 na lang yung natitira. And then, how will you divide yung 1,800 na yon? So, kung hahatiin natin roughly, like for someone who just want to maintain and medyo physically active naman. So, roughly, for example, nasa 50-50, 50% of the remaining is carbs. 50% of the remaining is proteins and then 50% is fat. So 900 and 900. So 900 kilocalories coming from fats. So that's about 100 grams of fats. Bakit 100 grams of fats? Because kada gramo ng taba ay mag-generate ng 9 kilocalories. So, 900 divided by 9, kasi nga, per gram of fats is 9 kilocalories, you will be left with 100 grams. So, yun yung i-allow mong i-consume. Now, yung weight naman na ratio, hindi ito 1:1 Like, isang kilong taba ng baboy is also 1 kilo of 1,000 grams also of fats. No, kasi meron pa naman siyang other components like proteins and water weight and many more. As an example, per egg, yun nga, kada isang egg, meron itong 5 grams of fats. So kung sa fat allowance mo lang na 100 grams, actually, pwedeng 20 eggs kung sa fat allowance lang. Okay? And kung sa proteins naman, di ba, meron tayong 900 din na para proteins. For example lang yon sa computation, of course, iba-iba yan per your physical activity, per your current status, kidney function nyo ngayon, and also yung overall health ninyo. But this is just an example just to show you. So, when it comes to protein naman, di ba, 900 yon. So, 900 divided by 4. Divided by 4. Bakit 4? Kasi isang gramo ng proteins, approximately, meron siyang 4 kilocalories. So, sa 900 kilocalories, divided by 4 is nasa ilan ba? 20, and then, magkano ba? 24, 25? Nasa 25. So, tama ba? 25. So, 25, 225 actually. So, ano yon? So, 10, 200, 225. Tama ba? 225 grams of protein actually yung pwede mong i-consume in a day. And that is based on 50-50 na ratio sa fat and protein requirements nyo if only looking at kilocalories or calories lang na ating kailangan sa araw-araw. So kung meron kang 225 grams of allowance sa protein at kada isang itlog ay merong 6 grams, so 6 divided by 200, so kung 24, 240 divided by 6, so that's about what? 40 minus 1, 2, 3 minus mga 2 or 3. So, mga nasa 30 na, mga nasa almost, no, 20, hindi na ako nagbibilang, tagal ko na, nasanay na kasi tayo sa calculator eh. So, per egg, actually, we can accommodate egg to about 25 eggs na egg white, kung protein lang. But of course, hindi lang naman ito yung kakainin natin. Pero if based only on calories, protein, and fat requirement ng isang taong naglo-low carb, 20 pieces of egg yolk and about 25 to 30 egg whites, you can actually have so much of these eggs na hindi ito magiging over. However, hindi rin ito pwedeng kainin sa araw-araw na ganun lang because nakakaumay. Hindi rin pwede na yun lang yung only source mo because marami namang ibang nutrients na although egg is one of those most nutrient-dense foods, hindi rin ito kompletos recados kumbaga sa lahat-lahat. That's why we also need to eat other food items na meron ding nutrition. But if you are not doing low carb, kung ikaw ay kumakain ng kanin kasama ng itlog, kumakain ng tinapay kasama ng itlog, egg sandwich, egg salad na merong mga seed oils. Most mayonnaise composed of seed oils. Gawa ito sa soy oil. If kumakain ka ng itlog na meron kang juice, if kumakain ka ng itlog na meron itong kasamang strawberry jam, kumakain ka ng itlog na meron kasamang candy, nagda-dessert ka right after, then maybe 1, 2, or just 3 eggs a day, baka sobra-sobra na yun sa'yo. And it's not because of egg alone. Hindi ito dahil sa itlog, but ito ay dahil sa mga pagkain kinakain mo kasama ng itlog. And those food items are actually yun yung mga inflammatory kind of food. Number 1 on the list is of course the sugar, starch. Ano ito? So lahat ng matatamis, kahit pa hindi lang white sugar, kahit brown sugar, kahit muscovado, kahit honey, kahit maple syrup, cocoa sugar, at marami pang ibang mga pangalan ng mga matatamis. But mostly, they are still simple sugars na nakakapagpataas ng ating blood sugar and then nakakapagpataas ng insulin, and that can lead into inflammation in our body. Another thing that you have to consider when you eat eggs is kung ano yung pagkaluto nito. Actually, any way for you to want to cook your egg is okay lang. Especially if alam mo yung mindset na we are consuming also on the macronutrient and micronutrient level. So if you have to cook egg, mainit, best to cook it with heat stable oil. Ano yung mga heat stable oil? Coconut oil, talo o taba ng baka, and then lard, taba ng baboy. Parang nakakatakot, di ba? Itlog na nga, makolesterol na, tapos lulutuin mo pa sa additional na mga saturated fats na ito. Kung ayaw nyo man, you can just poach. Pwede ring hard boiled. Pwede rin yon. So, it's up to you. But if you will cook it na fried, try to avoid the seed oils. Huwag gumamit ng canola, ng sunflower, rice bran oil, most vegetable oils because most vegetable oils are factory-made oils, hindi sila natural oil. So, yung kakainin kong itlog ngayon is actually anim sila because I think this is going to be my main meal for today. And sobrang tagal ko nang hindi kumain ng itlog din. Na-miss ko lang yung itlog at natakot ako baka masira yung itlog kasi we have a tray of eggs there. And since organic eggs, usually mas madaling masira. So, why not kumain ako ng anim na itlog ngayon and also just so I can share with you some ideas about eggs na hindi natin kailangan matakot sa itlog as long as we know kung paano ito kainin ng mas sustansya and we are not going to make egg bad by pairing it with the real bad food. Huwag na huwag niyong sisihin ang itlog sa kasalanan ng mayonnaise, sa kasalanan ng inyong white bread or kahit wheat bread pa. Huwag sisihin ang pagtaas ng BP sa itlog na may asin kung ito ay kinakain nyo kasama ng kanin. So, this egg, anong compose nito? I put salt, of course, very essential yung asin because especially na nag-exercise na tayo, we are prone to salt wasting. So with low carb, hindi ka rin matakot sa asin. Meron na tayong ginawang video about that. You can share that. You can click on that. Search nyo para mas mag-guide kayo. And also, it's very yellow. Nilagyan ko ng turmeric. And ang lasa nito, it's going to be a little maasim because nilagyan ko rin ng cream of tartar. Because egg is not very rich in potassium. And when you are exercising, you might need a little more potassium. Kaya nilagyan ko ng cream of tartar and then nilagyan ko na rin ng pepper para merong pang additional na panlasa. So, kakain ako and it's an equivalent of 6 eggs at hindi ako takot and maybe later I will still eat a little. Kung ang itlog na, 6 na itlog, yung total nito would be 6 times 5, so that's 30 grams of fats, and then 6 times 6, 36, and that's 36 grams of protein. So actually, sobrang kakaunti pa lang yan. That's just about 1/4 ng aking daily requirement for the day. So, huwag matakot sa itlog as long as you know how to eat it well, how to eat it right, and you are very mindful kung ano ang isasama nyo sa inyong pagkain on a day-to-day basis. And of course, for those na with allergies, merong hypersensitivity sa itlog, try to also see baka inflamed pa yung katawan ninyo. So kung nagsisimula pa lang kayo sa low carb, try to avoid first yung mga pagkaing sensitive kayo dahil yung katawan nyo nag-heal pa. But I personally know a lot of people na noon ay sensitive din, nagkakaroon ng allergic reaction sa itlog. But after they lower down their inflammation sa katawan, they healed already, nawala na rin yung hypersensitivity nila sa itlog, especially if you start with free-range organic eggs and at the same time, you are also making sure na hindi na kayo babalik sa old way of life of just consuming foods na matataas sa sugar, matataas din sa carbohydrates, sa starch na nakaka-lead sa inflammation. And try to throw away lahat ng seed oil sa ating mga kitchen because wala yang kahit anong nutritional value. So yan lang muna for now. Maraming salamat. And if you wish to know more, hindi lang basta itlog yung malalaman nyo on how to compute, on how to get to know if this is safe for you or not, if you are part of our communities which encourages learning, encourages more discussions. And kung first time nyo sa ating page, welcome po. Huwag muna kayong magalit. Isa po akong doktor and I do this for educational purposes only. hindi kayo kailangang sumunod sa mga sinasabi ko, but just try to look into the science behind it. Punta kayo sa PubMed or Google Scholar and check kung meron bang limit yung cholesterol intake, because the American Heart Association now, hindi na sila naglagay ng cap, hindi na sila naglagay ng upper limit kung gaano ka taas yung ililimit or kung gaano lang kaliit yung kakainin nating cholesterol, because right now there is no science behind na nakakatakot yung cholesterol. Kung meron kayong nababasa, those are just blogs, those are just parang ano lang yon, subjective opinion. But when it comes to real science, when it comes to real research, wala pong direct research na nagsasabi na nakaka-lead into heart attack yung pagkain ng cholesterol. In fact, meron mga studies ngayon na marami sa mga taong sobrang baba yung LDL, sobrang baba yung cholesterol, and still they end up with cardiovascular diseases, heart attacks, strokes, and many other related diseases, because it's actually not the cholesterol alone. It's the inflammation and everything else. So, kahit mababa yung inyong cholesterol, pero meron kayong inflammation sa katawan because of too much intake of glucose, fructose, rice, bread, noodles, pasta, at marami pang iba. Fruits, even root crops, even if they are natural foods, juices, sodas, yung mga soft drinks, at mga kung ano-ano pang mga desserts at matatamis, baka yun talaga yung totoong nakakapagpa-inflame ng iyong katawan. And just the addition of proteins and fats and cholesterol that are natural na supposedly inosente, sila ang nagte-take the blame, even if hindi sila yung diretsang may kasalanan. So, maraming salamat everybody. Kakain ako kasi pupunta pa ako ng trabaho right after. I hope you learned a little something today. And if you wish to know more, we have a masterclass, an online course na pwede niyong panoorin on demand kung kailan kayo free. It's just 20 minutes a day of learning sessions. You can get to know. Kanina lang nag-text yung kaibigan ko because meron siyang ninong sa kasal na pina-enroll niya because he was overweight, and also he was also a doctor. So, yun nga, yung ating knowledge when it comes to this, hindi ito nasa basic na medical curriculum, because the medical curriculum is focused on pharmacology, on drugs and other management, but not so much on nutrition. Kaya when I learned about this, I was very eager to spread the word and get to know more about this. Gumawa ako ng sariling experiment on myself, and I also encourage my family and friends, and sila mismo nakita nila yung improvement sa kanilang pangangatawan and their health. And so many now are experiencing the same, and in just about 2 weeks, yung ninong ng kaibigan ko from 116 kilos, now he is just down to 111. So, congratulations po, Doc. Maraming salamat. I'm so happy. I hope you continue with your progress and you enjoy more now, because I know sa mga taong meron ng dinaramdam, they already avoid meat, umiiwas na sila sa karne, umiiwas na sila sa itlog, umiiwas na sila sa lahat-lahat. And yet, their condition seems to get worse. Over time, every year, mas dumadami yung kailangang medications, yung high blood, mas tumataas pa despite taking multiple drugs. Ang yung sugar, hindi rin napokontrol. And it's because we are looking at the wrong foods. It's not the red meat, it's not the proteins, it's not the fats, it's not the salt, but it's actually kung ano yung kinakain mo kasabay nito, and largely yun ay yung pagkain natitira ngayon sa after nyo iniwasan lahat ng mga masustansyang pagkain na yon, the real nutrient dense food. You were focusing more on kanin, on mga saging, o di kaya mga kamote, pero sobra-sobra din ito without the required need for proteins and fats, at dapat sana pababain yung insulin, which is the culprit in inflammation when taken too much. So, I think that's already a lot for supposedly a short, quick talk. So maraming salamat everyone. I hope if you wish to join Search nyo lang sa Facebook group. Ito yung page natin. This is our only official page for enrollment right now. We will publish our website soon, but right now, please don't ever believe others who are saying that they are offering the same. Dito lang po yung official enrollment. Maraming salamat, everyone. Remember to always stay low carb so that we all stay safe. Have a good day.